All right, so we're diving deep today. Ready?
Always. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're tackling this text. It's called Creating a Life You Love, Building Habits for Success.
Sounds promising.
Right. Like, who wouldn't want a little more of that? A life you love, right? Anyway, it says it's got practical tips, even a little humor sprinkled in. So,
Humor, huh? That's interesting. Using humor to, I guess, motivate. I wonder if it works.
yeah, that was something that jumped out at me, too, actually. I mean, I like a good laugh as much as anybody, but does it actually make the advice stick? You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, think about it this way. It's like if the advice is dry, boring, lectury, you're probably going to tune out pretty quick, right?
Definitely.
But if you can laugh along the way, maybe you're more likely to remember it, actually use it. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Okay, I'm with you so far.
Like, for example, this text, it uses these little stories and jokes even to point out, like, the typical ways we mess up when we're trying to build habits. Like, oh, procrastination or that inner couch potato we all have.
Oof, tell me about it.
Right. But then it gives you these really solid strategies to actually beat those things. So it's relatable, but it's also helpful.
That's true. I can totally see that. It's like, if you can laugh at yourself, maybe those bad habits don't seem so scary anymore.
Exactly. It's like we're all in on the joke, right?
Right. It's like a friend giving you advice.
Yeah.
They're not preaching, they're just sharing what works for them.
Exactly. And I bet our listeners are probably thinking, okay, so what are these magic habits? Give me the goods. I think we should look for like the most unexpected or even counterintuitive tips in this text, the ones that make you go, aha, I never thought of that.
That's a great idea. So, okay, going back to the title for a sec, it's Building Habits for Success, right? I'm really curious about that link. Does the text, like, lay out exactly how habits lead to success? And what does it even mean by success?
Yeah, that's a good question. It seems to be saying that it's not just about like, money or fame, but about creating a life that, actually makes you happy, like genuinely fulfilled.
Okay, I like that. So
Yeah.
what kind of habits are we talking about here?
Well, for example, it suggests starting small, like just adding a
Ah,
10-minute mindfulness meditation to your morning routine.
10 minutes. Even I can do that.
Right. And it makes the point that that one small change can ripple out into the rest of your day. You're more focused, you make better decisions, all that.
So like a domino effect.
Exactly.
I like that. It's manageable. But does it talk about different types of goals?
Hmm.
Or is it just like a general approach to success?
Actually, no, it does get specific. It talks about both personal and professional success and gives different advice for each.
Okay, so give me an example.
Sure. For work, it talks about time blocking techniques to get more done. But for your personal life, it suggests things like gratitude journaling to, appreciate what you have.
See, those are concrete things you can actually do. That's what I like about this. It's not just vague, inspirational stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely action oriented. It's like, here are the tools, go build something great. And it's also very clear that there's no like one right way to do it. It really encourages you to figure out what works best for you.
I like that a lot. So it's more about empowering you to make those changes, to create your own version of success.
Absolutely. It's like you're in control of your habits and therefore, your happiness and your successes. You're the architect of your own life, kind of.
I love that. This has been a fascinating deep dive. I mean, I really appreciate how this text manages to be like genuinely insightful, but also funny and, not taking itself too seriously.
Yeah. And it's important to remember that the text can give you a framework, but ultimately it's your journey. So, take what resonates with you, tailor it to your own life, your own goals, and start building those habits that will get you where you want to be.
Perfect. And on that note, here's something for everyone listening to think about. What's one small habit, just one, that you could start today to move closer to the life you dream of? Think about that. And until next time, happy habit building.